Ms. Paige, if you could look behind you, we're actually just going to show it on the screen. That's what you were just looking at, Ms. Paige?
Yes.
Okay. The RJ on top, who is that?
Rhonda Jewell.
Okay. And you communicated with her in the past through text messaging?
Yes.
Okay. You mentioned at 8:17. What does it say at 8:17?
Just left. Can we read the next one?
Yeah, the next line too.
Shocker.
Shocker. That is just to make it clear for the record, that is a message you are receiving from the defendant.
Yes.
At 8:17. It says just left. On 8:18 it says shocker.
Yes.
Okay. This would have been a time when the defendant had Ariya with her.
Yes.
Okay. Then do you respond to that?
Yes.
Okay. What time do you respond?
8:32.
And what do you say?
Very surprised.
Okay. Did you take that to mean that she's informing you that Stacy has now left the house?
Yes.
When she says just left?
Yes.
Okay. Then there's another message, I think it says at 8:32. Is that from the defendant again?
Yes.
Is that her responding to you saying very surprised?
Yes.
Okay. And what does she say at 8:32?
She said yes.
Okay. Once again, at 8:32, you're receiving a text message from the defendant.
Yes.
At this point, she has Ariya with her.
Yes.
And she left your house approximately around 8 o'clock that morning.
Yes.
And you're receiving these text messages after Ariya's been put in her care.
Yes.
Okay. Approximately how much time had passed when you started getting these text messages from when she left your house with Ariya, would you say? Approximately.
17 minutes.
Okay. The house that she is watching Ariya at, which would be Stacy's house,
Yes.
where is that house located?
McClinney 2 off of Estate Street.
Estate Street, and that's in Baker County.
Yes.
Okay. Did you receive any phone calls from the defendant while you were working, or just a text?
Just the text.
Did you eventually leave to go pick up Ariya?
Yes.
Okay. What time did you get to Stacy's house?
I would say roughly 1:17.
When you arrived on July 19th to pick up Ariya, where did you go?
To the front door.
To the front door. Had you ever gone to the back door?
No.
Have you ever gone to the garage door?
No.
So that was normal for you.
Yes.
What did you do when you first got to the front door?
Knocked on the door.
Did anyone answer when you knocked on the door?
No.
After you knocked on the door, what did you do next?
Rang the doorbell.
Did anyone come to the door when you rang the doorbell?
No.
Could you hear anything inside the house?
Yes.
What could you hear?
The TV and the kids in the house.
So you could hear that something was inside the house.
Yes.
After knocking on the door and ringing the doorbell and there's no answer, what do you do next?
Picked up the phone and called her.
So you called the defendant.
Yes.
What did you say when you called her?
I said, "Hey, I'm here.
And what did the defendant say to you?
What door are you at?"
And what were you thinking when she said, "What door are you at?"
I was wondering why she was asking me that. I've never went to any other doors.
Okay. What did you tell her?
I said front door.
What happened next when you told her you were at the front door?
She then came to the door and opened it.
When she opened the door, what did you do?
I stepped inside.
And what did you do as soon as you got inside?
What did I do?
Yeah, what did you do?
I took my shoes off.
Okay, and what was the purpose of that?
I was just always raised to take your shoes off in somebody else's house.
Okay. What does the defendant do as soon as you walk in and you take your shoes off?
She kind of shoved me out the way and just started running out the door,
Was she saying anything as she was running out the door?
screaming my name.
Do you know where she was running to?
Not until she arrived where she was running to,
And where did she eventually arrive?
the back passenger door of her Tahoe.
Would that be her vehicle?
Yes,
Where was her vehicle parked?
on the side of the driveway in the rocks.
So it was outside.
Yes.
Wasn't in the garage or anything like that.
No.
Did you follow her to her car?
And when I realized where she was going, yes.
When you arrived at the defendant's car, what did you see?
Ariya, not breathing,
Where was Ariya?
in her car seat still.
Was she still strapped in?
Yes.
Exactly where you had put her?
Yes.
You said she was not breathing.
No.
How did you know that?
Her lips were blue.
What did you do next?
I told her to call 911.
And was Ariya taken out of the car?
Yes.
Was her baby bag with all the items you had packed still in the car as well?
Yes.
Where was Ariya put?
I told her to go put her on the golf cart inside the garage.
Inside the garage.
I told her to go take her inside, and she had went to take her in the garage on the golf cart.
Did you call 911?
Yes.
After you called 911, who else did you call?
My mother-in-law,
And who was your mother-in-law?
Pamela Paige.
Why did you call Pamela Paige?
I didn't know how to do CPR.
And did you think Pamela Paige would be able to do or instruct you on how to do CPR?
Yes, because she's a nurse.
She's a nurse. Okay. Do you remember what you told Pamela Paige when you called her?
I told her to get here now.
Did you tell her anything about Ariya?
I said Ariya's dead. Or Ariya's not breathing.
And were you given instructions by Pamela as how to do CPR?
Yes.
And did you start performing CPR on her?
Yes.
Do you remember what type of instruction or what you were doing with Ariya?
It's really hard to remember, but I vaguely remember. Would you like me to tell you?
Yes.
So she told me 2 hands on her chest. She said, "Don't push too hard because you'll break her ribs." But she said, "Give her air in her mouth. Try to give her air in her mouth."
And did you follow those instructions?
I did.
How did Ariya feel to you when you were touching her?
Very rubbery and wet.
Did the ambulance arrive?
Yes.
The police arrive?
Yes.
When the ambulance arrived, did the paramedics then take over with the CPR?
Yes.
And did they eventually take Ariya to the hospital?
Yes.
Would that be Ed Frazier?
Yes.
Right here.
Yes.
Okay. And did you go to the hospital as well?
Yes.
When you went to the hospital, I imagine other family members went there as well?
Yes. Correct.
Did Pamela Paige show up and other individuals too?
Yes.
Okay. Did your husband eventually come to the hospital as well?
Yes.
And did you then hear from the doctor
Yes.
and were informed that Ariya had passed?
Yes.